Hello, Beauty Corner. So I wanted to do a video about our foundation and really a good explanation of what makes it different and the, I guess, kind of right way to apply, just because it is so different than most foundations that you've used. So we're just going to jump right in. I just took all my makeup off, so looking fabulous here. So it is super, super important with this foundation that you moisturize first. So important. You cannot skip that step, especially if you have like dry patches. The foundation is not going to apply right over those. So very, very important. Do not skip your moisturizer before. So I am using our Skin Therapist. It's a great moisturizer. I have super oily skin, but I still need this, especially in the winter. I need a little extra moisture. So I've been using that under my foundation. So moisturize, step number one. Very, very important. Do not skip your moisturizer. Next step, I'm going to prime. And I ran out of my priming spray and I'm waiting for that to get in. So this is my old like NYX priming spray. That is another super, super important step, to prime your face. That is really going to help your makeup go on a lot smoother. And our primer is silicone free. If you use a silicone primer with this foundation, you're not going to get the same like easy application. It's just not going to happen. Gotta let that dry. So what makes our foundation different? You're probably used to like most likely a liquid foundation, which is going to be either water-based or oil-based, or you may use like a pressed powder foundation or like a loose powder, like mineral foundation. Our foundation is beeswax base. Wax base comes like this. It actually comes in like, too many things. Comes in a single thing like this. I highly, highly recommend going with this palette because it comes with the two concealers. You pick two concealer colors because one concealer color really isn't enough, especially if you need to color correct anything. If you have dark circles under your eyes, you have a concealer to color correct that. If you have like all this amazing redness all over your face, you definitely need this guy. So I'm going to start with our concealer because our concealer is wax-based too, so it kind of is along the same lines as the foundation with what's going on with it. So it is wax-based, so you need to warm it up a little with your finger, which as you can see, mine is almost out. Got to reorder that too. You warm it up with your finger. It reacts to the heat of your skin, but obviously I don't want to waste this that I just got on my finger. So you dab that on, and actually I can apply my concealer with my finger. You can use like the tip of your sponge, that will work. You can use a brush. I just think it's easier to use my finger. I want to get like a buffer brush and try using that just because I have like so many places that I need it to go that it gets a little exhausting. So it totally looks probably like I'm broke out all over my face, but I'm not. This is literally just scarring. It's bad. It's super bad. I have like really thin skin, so it scars really easily from all my years of breaking out. So there's a few different ways you can wear this foundation. If you are like, you know, I really like a BB cream, CC cream, like just super sheer foundation, you can scrape a little out of your pan and mix it with like a beauty oil. Just mix it around, and then you get that texture of like a CC cream, a BB cream type deal. Okay, I don't need to do the concealer perfectly because I've already done and taken my makeup off today. But moving on to the foundation, I use a sponge. I think this is a great way to apply. Usually foundation brushes look like this, but I don't feel like this is a great fit for this type of foundation. If you look on our website, under the brushes, you'll see the buffer brush one. It's like round with like kind of more coarse bristles. That is another good option to find a brush like that. I just prefer the sponge. I feel like it's quick and easy. So what I do is my sponge is damp. It's not wet. Make sure you get all the water out, wring it out, just have it damp. You twist it in your foundation, give it a couple of twists, and then I dab that all over. So do you see all those like circles from the sponge? And then after that, I just go back in and blend. I don't like drag the sponge across my face. I just dab, just sort of like blot it. I don't know. You just dab. You want to be gentle with your skin. You don't need to like pull on it, because this is very, very pigmented. So the other thing about our foundation is this is 50% pigmentation, which even if you go to Sephora and buy like the best of the best, that foundation at best is like 18 to 23% pigmentation. Like, you aren't going to find anything else with this much pigmentation. So what that means is a little goes a very long way. It is very common the first time somebody tries this to use way too much, and they might not like how it looks. They might think it looks cakey, and that's just because you use too much, and that's totally fine. I mean, we're used to like needing to use a lot and to like get that layered on, but that's really not necessary with this foundation. You can get as sheer coverage as you want. It's totally buildable. Like, I like to kind of go in and do a second layer, like sort of on my cheeks and on my nose, just because I feel like that gets really red right there, and I just like to, really make sure that is covered, because I don't like it. So you just gently begin to dab all over your face, and you just kind of like press it in, because this doesn't sink into your pores. This sits topically on your skin. So if you are prone to breaking out from makeup, this is a really good option for you, because this is not going to sink in and clog your pores and make your breakouts worse. This is going to sit on top of your skin, and it's going to like feel and just look like a second layer of skin. Like, I never feel like I'm wearing a ton of makeup or feel like it's like suffocating my face at all. It's very light, very soft, amazing coverage. Okay, so after you've put that on, I like to just let it kind of sit and dry a little bit, just because it is sitting on top of your skin. I feel like it just like needs a second to dry, and I am totally like not trying to make this look perfect, because like I said, I did my makeup this morning and then took it off. So next up, after you have this on, it's very important to then set your foundation as well, and set your whole like face. But immediately after I do my foundation, I go in with the setting powder. If you have oily, dry, anything, it's important to set this to really make it last. But especially if you have oily skin, this is like, you can't skip this step. So after I do that, I would do the rest of my makeup, and then I would kind of set it again, but this time I'd be like locking in all my makeup with a finishing spray. Very important. Very, very important. We have a couple different finishing sprays depending on whether you have oily skin or not, which I love because I have oily skin, so I like to get products specifically for oily skin so that I know it's going to help me. So if you have any questions about the foundation, if you get the foundation and you try it and you're like, what am I doing wrong? Please message me. Please let me help you. I totally like botched it the first time I tried it, because it is so different than anything you've tried. What else do I need to tell you about foundation? So we have a really good range of colors. If you want me to help you, if you want me to help you get color matched, please shoot me a message. I will help you. So I am a Shinto 0. Shinto colors are more for kind of like olive toned skin. If you have more pink and red undertones, you're going to be more in the olive category or Jenna Beige. I used to wear Jenna Beige because we didn't have Shinto Zero when I first started applying this. And I still have like the tiniest bit left. I had to start using this again because I ran out of my other and kept forgetting to order it. But it definitely leaves my skin a little too pink. And it's not saying that like if you have pinky skin, it's going to make it look pink. It's just going to blend in well with your skin. So you need to like match your skin tone. I highly, as I've said, recommend this trio palette. You can't go wrong with this because you need the concealer. Everybody needs concealer. This is concealer 0, which I feel like next time I'm going to get concealer 2 for under my eyes just because this is a tad bright. I don't like to get super crazy. If you love that bright highlight under your eyes, then this is amazing. Or if you're super fair, which I am super fair, but I still feel like it's a bit much. If you're like an ivory, then you would need 0 for spot treating. So, okay, 50% pigmentation. Little goes a long way. It's waxed base. This is seriously very, very different than the foundations you've used. So it's a bit of a learning curve for people to try. So don't be afraid to ask questions. I want to help you. Just remember, moisturize first. So important. You cannot skip that step. You have to moisturize, and priming your face is super important too. And yeah. And let me know like how you like to apply your makeup, and we'll find you the right type of tool to use to apply. If you go to the store and like look for foundation brush, I lost that brush that I just had. Where'd it go? This is technically a foundation brush, and I've used this with like liquid foundations, but this, like even the pro makeup artist that works at LimeLife doesn't use our foundation brush actually for foundation. It's just not a great fit, this like shape. I mean, you could make it work if you wanted to, but if you want a brush, I would go for something more like rounded. It's going to be easier to like buff this in, would be my recommendation. All right, ladies, thank you so much. Please let me know what questions you have about the foundation or about anything. I'm happy to color match you whenever you are ready and help you find some great stuff. I hope you all have a great day. Oh, it's Monday. Have a great Monday. Have a great rest of your week. Oh, hi, Stacy. How are you? Have a great rest of your week. Bye, ladies.